Attack on Titan's newest episode just revealed the true extent of the Attack Titan's power, and it seems to have left quite a few people confused. So today, I'm going to talk about those abilities and their applications in detail. And I'm also going to go over some general knowledge about the Attack Titan that we've gained over the course of the show. And before we get into it, be sure to subscribe. About 80% of my viewers are not subscribed, and it would really mean a lot if we could change that. Plus, let's be honest, when was the last time you checked your subscription box? Exactly. So you really have no reason not to. Plus, you can just unsubscribe anytime if you want to. So please just subscribe for both our sakes. The Attack Titan is a 15-meter tall titan with intense musculature all across its body. It has a high level of endurance for its size and is able to transform up to 3 times before the shifter runs out of energy. It appears that the Attack Titan does not inherently have the ability to harden its skin. As we did not see Eren Kruger or Grisha Yeager use this ability, only Eren. And Eren was only able to do so after he consumed the bottle labeled armor. The hardening ability is also fairly slow when compared to other Titans that can do localized hardening. The Attack Titan is quite competent in Titan versus Titan combat due to its size being comparable to other major fighters, such as the Armored Titan, the Female Titan, and the Warhammer Titan. Its speed and endurance also play a role in its ability to fight Titans. It would also most likely do decent in Titan versus human combat as well, but that is not something we get to see much of over the course of the show. It is also important to note that the person controlling the Titan plays a major role in how well it does in combat, as a more competent shifter will be able to maneuver and control the Titan better than an incompetent one. The final ability of the Attack Titan is the one that's causing major confusion at the moment. The Attack Titan has the ability to send memories back in time to its previous users. In the show, it is initially explained that the Titan can glimpse into the future. However, this is not a great explanation of what happens, as it implies that the Attack Titan's user could potentially see the whole future. This is not the case, as Grisha was not able to see everything, just the terrible things Eren wanted him to see. And Eren Kruger mentioned Armin and Mikasa but did not know who they were. Future users sending memories back is a much more apt description of what's happening, and it also makes more sense as a plot device. As Grisha said in the cavern below the chapel, the entire lineage of the Attack Titan was used to get to that exact moment. Every action the Attack Titan took was to lead to that moment in time, and if the past users had the ability to see into the future and choose what they could see, they would be able to make more personal choices that could lead to different outcomes than the one Eren needed. But since Eren and other possible future users choose what to send back, it's much easier to manipulate them into doing the things that would benefit their future more. Hopefully this clears up how the Attack Titan's abilities work. But there are still a few more questions or misunderstandings about what happened in the Memories of the Future episode. Most of this confusion comes from how Eren and Grisha could communicate, or how Grisha could see Zeke if they're not actually there. I think the most important thing to understand about these scenes is that when Grisha can communicate with Eren and Zeke, he is experiencing those events through Eren's memories. Eren and Grisha can communicate because Eren is sending memories back to Grisha in real time. So while Eren and Zeke are in the paths observing Grisha's memories, Eren is sending back memories of him talking to Grisha through those memories. For instance, in this scene while Eren is talking, Grisha does not know what is in front of him. He is seeing the events from Eren's perspective via Eren's memory. So Grisha is staring at himself and hearing what Eren is saying to him because he's hearing and seeing the events as Eren, because he is experiencing Eren's memories. For the moments that Grisha interacts with Zeke, it is fairly similar. Basically, Eren is acting as a camera almost, as he's showing Grisha Eren's memories of the events. So, in this scene, and most likely this scene as well, he can see Zeke because he is seeing the events from Eren's perspective, where Zeke exists. So in the scenes that he can see Zeke or interacts with Zeke, he is most likely experiencing them from a third-person perspective, out of his body, and from Eren's eyes. Here's another way you could think of the memories and how they're being shared and seen. When Eren and Zeke are in Grisha's memories and Eren is not sending back memories, it basically works like a one-way mirror, where they are observing the world and no one can see them or interact with them. When Eren is sending back memories, they are still behind the one-way mirror, except now Grisha can see the perspective from behind the mirror. So in this scene, Eren and Zeke are watching the conversation happen at the table. If Eren were to share his memories of watching this conversation with Grisha, he would see Eren's perspective of the conversation he was having in real time. Please note that I am just using this scene as an example, as it is easy to understand and familiar to the viewer, which should make this logic easier to apply to other situations as well. I'm not saying that Eren is sending memories back to Grisha in this scene. It is just an example that is easier to understand than some other scenes. Now let's apply this same logic to another scene. How about the chapel sequence? Eren and Zeke cannot be seen by anyone due to the one-way glass, but when Eren shares his memories with Grisha, Grisha sees Eren's perspective of the events, and in this case hears Eren's words as well. To be honest, those are the only two ways I can really describe this, so I hope at least one of them was helpful to you. Time travel mechanics are almost always confusing, because they are interpreted different by every single person that applies them to their works. And of course, Attack on Titan is no exception. So again, I really hope this was helpful, and if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you all for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again on Monday for another breakdown.